Welcome everybody, and thanks for joining. Hopefully this stream is all okay and working. You'll have to let me know if it's not. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. But yeah, this is the first time that we've done a live on so many different platforms. So we're currently live apparently on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Apparently X doesn't work, so I can't go there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much to anybody that's joined or want to watch in the future. If you want to follow along, please drop me a message first of all and let me know if you can hear and see me. That would be really helpful. If not, then I hope all's going well. Also, I wanted you to just put a comment, drop me a message somewhere on one of the social media platforms that I'm on. Again, YouTube, Instagram, and also TikTok. And yeah, just let me know. First of all, I have an announcement, and I will be attending this year's AQUAH event. It's it's like a conference or aquatics event that's sort of happening here in the UK. If anybody's sort of seen online the event called Aquashella that's in the USA, it's kind of like that, but obviously on a bit of a smaller scale. There's obviously it's a new thing in this country, but yeah, really excited to be part of it. And I want to know if you guys are attending that event. So let me know in the comments wherever you're sort of on these platforms. Yeah, drop me a comment and let me know if you're going, and if you are, who are you most excited to see? Because I know that this year is like the biggest one that they've ever done. So there's going to be quite a lot of different social media influencers, lots of different companies that are going to be there attending. So yeah, some really big names as well. So we'll go through that in a bit. I'll pull up the website in a little while so we can go through and I'll show you exactly what the event is and stuff. But yeah, I'm delighted to be attending. It's going to be really cool. Yeah. But yeah, so just so you know, AQUAH is, well, they sort of mentioned that it is the first, or the UK's first public like aquatics event dedicated to that very thing. I do believe that they do reptiles there as well, and I think that there is sort of plans to sort of expand it a bit more into other avenues, but at the moment I think it's just purely aquatics and stuff. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, you can't sort of, or they're not selling like animals there, live animals and stuff, but I do believe they are selling corals. But again, that's sort of stuff that we'll have a look into in a little while. So yeah, the backstory of it is that I believe that it launched either last year or the year before. I think the name sort of changed, but it's currently at the NAEC venue in a place called Stoneleigh. Now, Stoneleigh is near sort of Coventry, I would say, is probably, or Kenilworth, if anybody knows that. It's that basically there. So it's quite near Coventry and also sort of Birmingham-ish area, but it's kind of like a bit more down sort of thing. So yeah, it's quite, you know, sort of central to the UK and stuff. So it's not too bad to drive to. So I'm hoping to leave probably, well, I will be leaving on the Friday. So this sort of coming Friday, I'm going to head down there, stay the night, and then it's a 2-day event. So it'll be happening on the Saturday and the Sunday, and it's a public one, which is cool. So it's unlike, you know, sort of previous events that have been where I think they're purely sort of being corporate or, you know, business to business sort of thing. And I don't think we've really had anything like this in the UK. And obviously there is a massive sort of demand for it. I would say, me personally, I'd love to attend events like these. So this is amazing that this is happening, and yeah, it's great to be involved with as well. So yeah, my involvement, well, first of all, why does it matter? I think that's probably the most important thing. And again, like I said, we don't have nothing like this in the UK. There's a lot of hobbyists here, and you know, we all love to share, say, on social media, but it's also difficult to meet other, you know, sort of like-minded enthusiasts, as you will. You start telling your sort of extended family about I don't know, a fish that you really like or an exciting new aquarium that you've built, and most people just sort of give you a funny look, and it sort of glazes over them. So it's pretty cool to be able to attend an event where everybody is just as excited as you are about fish keeping, basically, and all the new exciting things that there are to have and to buy. So there is also, as I said before, there's going to be a ton of creators there as well this time round. I think they've had quite a few before in the past, but it seems like some more sort of well-known names are sort of attending this year, which is pretty cool, and I'm quite looking forward to meeting as well, hopefully. I know that George Farmer is going to be down there, sort of a famous aquascaper here in the UK. He is going to be putting on an aquascaping sort of tutorial or showcase on one of the stages. And yeah, some quite big YouTubers are going down there. Chap called Fish Shop Matt. I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched him. I think he's sort of quite well known with MD Fish Tanks, or the other YouTuber, the really big one. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have him down there. And then there's a few other ones like MJ Aquascaping. He's quite a good one on Instagram, builds some amazing aquariums and stuff. So yeah, there's lots of people like that down there. So it's amazing to be part of that and also been invited. So my basically how I got involved was that I saw the event that was advertised, and like I said, like everybody else, you're kind of dying for something like this in the UK. It's great going down to sort of local shops, but here in Norwich where I live, there's not really much going on, so you kind of want something to be about, or sort of an event to sort of happen. So it's pretty cool like that. So it's nice to sort of get involved with something like that. So I had a chat with the organizers of the event, and they sort of invited me down to come and say hi. I was planning on going anyway, to be fair. I'd sort of happily have come down because I want to get involved in stuff like this. So I was originally coming down just on myself. And then I don't know if anybody else has sort of seen, but I work with the well-known aquarium brand Tetra, and I've worked with them quite a while now, quite a few years. Earlier in the year, I went to Germany to visit their headquarters and their production factories where they make all the fish food, which was like one of those like really cool, like nerdy fish keeper things that you can do. Just going to see like the production lines, how the fish food is made, all that sort of stuff. So it was absolutely amazing. They treated us like royalty there, which was really cool. Us and some, me and some other creators, which was awesome. And then they took us to Osnabrück Zoo in Germany as well, and we got a tour around the zoo at night time, which was amazing. Got to see all the animals, and then we had like a meal in the aquarium area that they've got, and that was just like mind-blowingly cool. So yeah, it was a great thing to be involved in. And so I sort of continue my work with Tetra, and I sort of got in touch with them, and originally I don't think that they had plans to do it, purely for schedule and things, I think it was. But then they changed their mind and wanted to be part of it, which was amazing, and they asked if I could come join. So I'm going to go down there and be part of the event sort of with Tetra as well. So you'll see me on the Tetra stand that's at the event, which I think, well, I'll have a look at the floor plan in a minute, but I think it's sort of towards the sort of like as you come round or whatever, it's towards the back of the venue, which is pretty cool. So I think there's sort of a big setup there. So yeah, I'll be there along with one of Tetra's like nutritional experts, I believe it is, Dave, I think his name is, and he will be. Let me have a look. I will find out because I don't like to give false information. When my computer decides to load, he is Dave Holst. So Dave is a consultant for Tetra, and he's going to be doing a talk on the Saturday at 1 p.m. on the stage, and then he's also going to be doing a talk again on at 10 a.m. on Sunday, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's lots to happen down there. I've seen some amazing sort of brands and companies that are going to be involved with it as well. So hopefully I'll get a chance to walk around and sort of see how things are around there. But yeah, let me just switch my screen so you can see the actual website to Aqua as well, and then it sort of it stops showing my face sort of thing. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, there's a few different people that are going to be on the main stages there. You can see MJ Aquascape in here is obviously doing some work with CChem. We got Dave from Tetra, Ibrahim from Eheim, which is an aquatics brand, and I think he's going to be doing a demo of some of the equipment that they sell. And obviously, you've got George Farmer there representing AQUAH, who's going to be doing a live aquascape workshop, which is really cool. And then yeah, there's a few different people on the Sunday there. We got Mark or Geordie Scaper from Instagram and YouTube, and he's going to be doing a live workshop on aquascaping. And then yeah, we've got Dr. Christoph Denk as well, who is going to be doing some talk on trace elements and stuff. So yeah, that should be amazing to watch. You know, it's really cool to sort of see you know, science, you know, people like doctors and stuff, you know, people that are sort of, you know, from the scientific sort of background of the aquarium hobby. So it'll be cool to meet and listen to those guys and hear some of the actual experts, as opposed to people like me waffling on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, so on AQUAH, you can see it is in 6 days time. You can get your tickets on the website. I believe that they have still tickets available, which is cool. Yeah. So yeah, you can get for the whole weekend or a VIP pass. I think that grants you access to different bits and pieces, like yeah, the event on Saturday and Sunday, and you get to go early as well, which is cool. And access to an evening event as well, which there'll be a few vendors and you know, influencers there as well. So that'll be cool as like a meet and greet thing for those hardcore hobbyists. Yeah, and also, yeah, it shows you here the exhibit. Sorry, I wanted to go to the floor plan. That was it, because I wanted to show you that, yeah, there's not many stands left. Let me enlarge the screen if I can. There you go. So you can see there's the entrance at the front here, and you've got AQUAH there, Charterhouse Aquatics, which is pretty cool, Red Sea Reef, CChem, JBL are there, Eheim, Aquel, Tetra, obviously, we're at the back here, stand B1, which is pretty cool. And then there's loads of other businesses, Aqua One there, and I believe Prestige Reef, yeah, there. Yeah, the YouTuber Prestige Reef, he's going to be there doing a sort of a meet and greet, and I think sort of showcasing corals that he has to sell, which is pretty cool as well. So it'd be good to see him. And yeah, there's lots to do, and obviously there's a main stage there as well where they'll be doing the talks. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll be able to go and watch a couple of those as well. And yeah, meet and greet anybody that cares enough to say hello to me. I'm sure there's lots more better people, I guess, to meet. But if you want to say hello, then obviously I'm more than welcome to say hello. I'd love that. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. As an event, yeah, like I said, they've got lots of really amazing people. And yeah, sort of my involvement, really, let me flip the camera back to me. There you go. Yeah, there's lots of people attending the event, and it's going to be pretty cool. Like I said, I'm just going to be on the Tetris stand. I'm not going to be doing any sort of like workshops or anything like that. It's more just a meet and greet, and you know, Q&A if you want to ask questions, that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. So you can sort of come say hello. Yeah, so that is, you know, a really cool sort of thing to be involved with. I think I'm sort of really proud of it, really. And yeah, it should be really good. And also I think that it's really nice to be able to meet some of the maybe the shops and businesses that you can't get to that are around the country. It's more that those are in a central place. Some of the aquatic shops that are really cool, you know, some of the well-known ones on social media will be down there as well. Places like Charterhouse Aquatics, for example. Um, um, you know, so they'll be there, and you'll be able to meet the, you know, the guys there and ask them questions. And there's all these experts that are all in this one big room, which is, you know, the biggest benefit to it. And hopefully they can make it just a really good fun place to be. Do you know what I mean? Like for hobbyists and people like you guys and myself or whatever, you know, it's just nice to meet other fish nerds basically. You know, you're like, "Hey, have a look at my fish tank, it's really cool." So yeah, it is good fun. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a very sort of tiring weekend, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I've heard that quite a lot of different people have sort of messaged me saying that they're going to pop down and sort of have a look at the event, and hopefully I'll sort of do some videos on it myself, maybe do some live streams, that sort of stuff whilst I'm there. Sort of see how we go, and yeah, do some vlogs and other videos. Hopefully I can meet some of the other sort of creators that are there and YouTubers, and maybe we can do some collaborations and stuff. It all depends really on the other people and stuff, but yeah, it might be that we can do some stuff in the future even after the event and that, which I'm you know, sort of I've got in my mind that maybe that's a cool thing that people might want to see, is some you know, just get some other creators on the channel, do some live streams or some interview videos, that sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to that if it happens. Yeah, also, just for those who are joining, thank you very much. Hello to everybody. Make sure you get your comments in on the live chats here. Drop me some comments, and I can read them out to you, and we can talk. You can do Q&A if you want. Any questions that you've got about the AQUAH event, or just my YouTube videos, or any other questions that you've got, I'm more than happy to say hello and answer some questions if you want as well. So for those of you again that don't know, AQUAH is next weekend, so it's the 20th and the 21st. Let me get my dates right, because I don't want to say that I've done the wrong thing. Yeah, the 20th and 21st of September. I believe they opens at like 10 a.m. and it's right through to 5 p.m. on the Saturday, and then yeah, 10 till 4 on the Sunday. If you go to their website, you can get lots of information about the event, who's attending, everything about the actual venue that is there as well, if you want to know stuff like that. Some of the people that are exhibiting there, and also, yeah, sort of like who's on the main stage and stuff. So we're really cool. Like, I've never seen I mean, the, you know, George Farber or whatever, for example, you know, he's everywhere normally, you know, on and lots of shops and YouTube videos and stuff, and he's got such a big following. It'd be cool to see what he's up to, or you know, and sort of how, or see firsthand, you know, someone who's an expert in aquascaping, for example, like create something live on stage. I'm no aquascaper, as anybody that's watched my videos are, but I have a different kind of niche, I guess. I sort of more favor the natural kind of blackwater biotope type aquarium. So for the, you know, it's a completely different art, that one, to aquascaping. I don't think I have the money or the patience to create those kind of setups. I'm more like my aquariums just sort of covered in leaves and lots of brown water. But you know, seeing those kind of experts is you can always learn some amazing things. Again, when I went to Germany earlier in the year, there was some really cool aquascapers that were there, and some of them were like world-class ones that you know, have so much talent, it's ridiculous. And yeah, it made me feel very very what's the word, yeah, well, let's just say my aquariums aren't nearly as good as anything else that was there, so you know, it was quite an interesting event. But yeah, I mean, the guys there are ridiculously talented, you know, ones that are in the big aquascaping competitions, like the world ones and stuff. You know, it's a yeah, an amazing sort of place. Oh. Yeah, so like I said, Tetra will be there, along with lots of different things. One thing that I had noticed before, and I've seen some people commenting about it in the past, is I think there was a bit of a question about like the type of event this was. I think in the past, like I think it's more just a few people online. Yeah, maybe some of the bigger influencers in that sort of sector. They sort of, maybe the perception was that the aqua event was like a saltwater convention, like more just dedicated towards like reef tanks and stuff. um but from my understanding and speaking to the event organizers, is very much an event for all different parts of the aquatics hobby, from saltwater, freshwater, cold water. I think they're going to have the lot there. Again, if it was the fact that they were allowed, I think they said that they did, you know, want to have like live animals there. And I think there will be like a few, but I don't think they're allowed to sell them. I think there was some protests about like bits and pieces in the past and stuff, which I think, yeah, local council, I guess, is just like politics to that sort of stuff, which we won't go into details of. But yeah, it would be cool to have like, you know, loads of animals. I mean, you see the ones in America, and they've got like, you know, you know, competitions for like the better fish, or you know, the biggest goldfish and stuff like that. So it'd be cool to have those kind of things. But we are obviously in the infancy of this event. It's only been going for like a couple of years, I think it is. So it's really exciting to be part of it, and part of the beginning as well, and hopefully continue it, like, you know, maybe annually or so. And if it keeps getting popular and more people keep going on, then obviously it's going to get bigger, and it can probably be going to a bigger venue, or they can do more stuff with it. So it's really important that people that are in the hobby, or able to go, then yeah, definitely get down there, because the more we do to make it better, obviously the more chance it stays. So, and we definitely need something like that around here. Like, it drives me crazy that like in the UK we don't have anything like that, which is yeah, which is just very interesting. Yeah, so again, thanks for you know, joining in, all those who are watching. I can see there's some people watching on YouTube, TikTok. If you are watching on Instagram, which I believe people are watching, hopefully, then yeah, hello to everybody. Please drop me a comment and say hello. It would be great to sort of yeah, speak to you all, and yeah, get a chat going. I am sitting here on a Saturday evening, so yeah, if anybody wants to have a conversation or anything, then let's do it. Drop me the comments though in the comment section. Thanks to everybody on TikTok who's gifting or dropping messages. I've never done a TikTok live before, so there's lots of notifications coming up, so half of it I have no idea what it is, but thanks. And yeah, please drop some comments in, and I will read as many as I can out on the stream as well, which is, yeah, which is much appreciated. So again, who's going to Aqua? Because I am, and it should be really cool. And like I said, there's not just some of the, say, the big YouTubers and big names on there as well. There is actually, there's other big YouTubers on there as well, which is pretty cool. I believe Graham from Aquarium Adventures on YouTube is going. Who else have I seen? There is tons. I think there's a massive like YouTuber called Aquarium Info. So I think he's got like millions of followers. Yeah, let's go in as well, which is like insane. Like, you know, to have like, I think if I remember seeing it, it was like 5 million like subscribers on YouTube. I think she does like quite sort of elaborate aquariums and stuff. So so obviously sort of gained quite a lot of traction and stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, it'd be nice to have the space to be able to do some big projects and stuff. This is the biggest tank that I've got behind me here, which is my fluvial shaker. It's like a marine tank, but don't know, obviously there's not a lot in there and you can't really see it anyway behind me. But yeah, who else is going? Is anybody else going to AQUAH? Or any other cool events that are happening around the UK or the world, for example. I know that there's, like I said, Aquashell is going on in loads of different places around the UK. So, you know, it'd be interesting to know like what kind of events that they have that you could sort of incorporate into the UK, you know, AQUAH event. I did see one time before, I think they had a massive pool in one of the Aquasheller events, like a massive like sort of, you know, paddling pool type thing or whatever, or a big sort of half swimming pool or whatever it is, you know, one of those sort of like pop-up ones. And it was literally like full of like these giant koi carp, which was like insane to see. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, it would be awesome to get that sort of stuff like into like the British one. You know, it'd be also equally as awesome to get like more reptile companies and things like that into the to the business as well. Like it, you know, add in those kind of you know, that part of like the hobby, which is kind of, you know, sort of semi-connected, I would say. You know, the reptiles to like aquatics, especially when you kind of combine the two, when you create like paludariums and vivariums and all that sort of stuff that's sort of half submerged out of the water. I love them type of setups. If I had, well, I do have a tank that big, but if I had an empty one that big, oh my god, and the money, I would literally I would build something absolutely incredible. I'd have like half submerged, like all blackwater underneath, like root systems and stuff, I think. And then above that, you would have like a complete like rainforest look over the top, mister in there. I'd probably have some sort of rainfall system because I can't help myself with something like that. Make, yeah, just incorporate some weather elements in it, which would be awesome as well. Yeah, it'd be cool to do something like that at the AQUAH event. Do some aquarium builds and stuff, but I think ultimately like time and resource, and it's trying to get a fish tank set up is quite difficult, especially if you're, well, it depends on the type of one that you're going for. But yeah, like I said, it'll be a meet and greet type thing, like you know, ask questions if you want. That, like I said, I will be there with you know, the guys from Tetra who are industry experts as well, so it'd be awesome to meet them and have a chat with them. And like I said, they will be on the stand as well with me, and yeah, we you know, we'll say hi and hopefully have a bit of fun, and yeah, sort of see how it goes really. Oh, oh, it's hot in here. I'm actually in my conservatory in my house, and you'd think at 8:30 at night that your conservatory would start to cool down, but because I have a big light right here that's pointing on me, it is scorching at the moment. So it's a bit mad. Yeah, thanks to everyone that's joining on TikTok. I have no idea. Oh, there is some comments coming in, I think. Thanks to everybody that's joining. I really appreciate it. Hello to everybody. Great to see you all. I got a comment on TikTok actually from Richie K from R&B Aquatics. Hi Richie, thanks for commenting. What fish am I keeping? Depends on where you're looking. If you're looking right behind me, then that is a saltwater aquarium. So in there, there's 2 clownfish, a royal grama, and a pajama cardinal, and a few hermit crabs. If oh yeah, freshwater, yeah. So freshwater, I have 10 aquariums set up at the moment. Mainly freshwater is what I do. I haven't got any cold water tanks at the moment. I'm not mega into cold water at the moment. I might try something, sort of one day, but at the moment, no. Most of mine are freshwater tanks. Um, I tend to just focus purely on freshwater, more natural biotope aquariums, anything like that. Yeah, pretty much everything I've set up is like a biotope aquarium. I've got a few like planted. I mean, you'd loosely call them aquascapes, but they're not not the most amazing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, opened your own shop. Nice. Yeah, 60 tanks. Wow, that is mental. I thought I was crazy for having. I think last I counted was 16 or 18 tanks at the moment. Yeah, I've got a whole shed full, but I mean, one day I would love to have my own, you know, I don't know, studio, garage, big place to have loads of aquariums, and then just have like racks and racks and racks of tanks. That would be absolutely awesome. Yeah, I mean, it would be it's like a life goal dream type thing to have like a, I don't know, I have thought about shop and stuff like that, but yeah, your story is crazy. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah, I always think like, how much graft is it to set up a fish shop? I have thought about it a few times. I've heard it's quite hard, and yeah, it's like the money thing as well. I think I'd like to do something completely different as well. I think like if I was doing it, like I said, I I like to do more natural blackwater aquariums. So I think that for me, that would be the route that I would go down, and have something a bit different to what everybody else is doing. But yeah, it is always a hard one. I hope one day I will get the chance to do so. But yeah, we'll sort of see. Really. Yeah, thanks for everybody else that's sort of commenting. I see a lot of comments coming through on YouTube. There's lots of people joining me on there, as well as Instagram as well. Thank you. And yeah, like I said, I did try and get X set up, but apparently the live stream service that I'm using doesn't have was it some premium feature or something like that I've got to do. So it's the first time I've actually done a live stream, and I think it's going okay. But I don't know what the quality is like as well. So we'll see when the live stream ends. But yeah, thanks for everybody again that's joining. So again, the purpose of this video was to talk about the AQUAH event, which is happening here in the UK, which is awesome. If anybody is from the UK, definitely come down and say hello. It should be awesome. I mean, if you have a look at their picture on their website, I have no idea if this is the thing or not, but I don't know how to share my screen. Is it here? Yes, there you go. Apparently there's queues like that, which would be fascinating to see if that actually happens. So yeah, that would be cool. Wonder if, well, I'm hoping that it's going to be absolutely manic there, like for the both days and stuff, because the more people that comes down there, the better for everybody in the aquatics hobby. Whether you are just a hobbyist, or aquarium shops and other businesses that sort of sell products and stuff, it's massive. So the more companies that get involved, the better. Especially the big companies, do you know what I mean, like the brands and stuff that sell these sort of stuff. The more that they get in there, I think that's quite important for just sort of statement making, I guess, like just to make sure that like people see it and goes, all right, big brands are there, so it must be a big thing. Like Seacam are there, Tetra are there, Red Sea are there, JBL are there, AQUAH are there. You know, there's some really big branded names. A lot of those I've worked with, and they're great companies, or the people that I've dealt with are really good. And you know, the products coming from some of these are like are really good as well. So yeah, it is awesome. And I have, where is it? If I zoom in, yeah, there you go. So you can see that there's lots of different businesses that are going to be there as well. I think there's some artists or something, some like aquarium artists that are going to be there as well. You know, like just paints fish and stuff. I'm sure I saw it there. Also, yeah, some like smaller businesses like Tropical Marine Center. I think that they sort of wholesale sell fish and other things. I think it's mainly like marine fish and stuff. If I know if I'm correct. But they'll be there. They're quite big on social media as well. So you know, it's one to check out. There's some companies there I've never seen before as well. So yeah, some companies that I've never seen before, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know what's happened there. TikTok's flagged that my drink here, my Coca-Cola or cola or whatever it is apparently some sort of substance. So that's hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, again, going back to what we were saying, like there's some big brands there as well. I think also, is it Traps? Red Sea, Rocky Reefs, Tees Reefs, Prestige Reef, the YouTuber, Seacam, Charterhouse Aquatics, shrimp places. I think there's quite a few shrimp people on there as well, which is good, pretty cool. A lot of reef type businesses as well, and saltwater aquarium stuff, which is I think where the sort of perception that this is mainly just a saltwater event sort of started to come from. But I think the guys from AQUAH, when I've spoken to them, have sort of said that, you know, they're pushing hard to, you know, make it for freshwater, not just saltwater. So I don't think it's an intentional thing. I think it's just a lot of businesses, you know, sort of are mega into saltwater. I guess there's more money there and stuff. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. It would be cool, hopefully, in the future where they can do like more chats and more like events and stuff like that. Like on the stage there, they've got quite a few like different like talks and stuff like that. I don't know how I'd feel about going on one of those kind of stages. It feels a bit overwhelming, to be honest. If they asked me to stand on one of those stages and start doing a speech, I don't think like, yeah, hobbyist, am I qualified? Who knows? I just go on my experiences more than anything, and yeah, sort of testing and sort of seeing how I go, really. But yeah, so it's going to be a great event. Like I said, I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be good, hopefully. I reckon I'm gonna be knackered, but I'll tell you what's gonna be weird as well. Like, right, so when I went to Germany for that Tetra event, again, for those who sort of watched the whole video here or the whole live so far, when I went to when I went to Germany to the Tetra sort of headquarters, they had all these like, well, some were aquascapers and some were YouTubers, and they were sort of like, they brought loads of different like social media influencers from like all over the world. There was like Spain there was Poland there was yeah, there was just loads of different like countries, obviously the UK as well. And it was mental because like, just seeing loads of people walking around with like cameras, and they were like filming themselves talking, and I'm all right when it comes to like these things and stuff like that, but when it's like out in public, obviously for most people, myself included, it's a bit more daunting, and you feel a bit more of a yeah, a bit, I guess nowadays like like everybody's on social media these days, don't they? You know, most people have got some sort of social media presence, probably made videos and do TikTok videos these days and stuff. So it's not uncommon for people to walk around like talking to a camera or their mobile phones and stuff. But I still find it a little bit like daunting. And yeah, when I was at that event, like I tried to film like in certain places, but you know, I felt a bit yeah, I felt a bit silly, to be honest, like walking around like talking to my camera, especially when there's other people around. So being in a venue where there is going to be I've read like thousands of people there, it's going to be interesting, but also it's going to be quite, you know, funny again to see that there's probably like tons and tons of other social media influencers or just people like filming content and stuff, you know, just even like people on like Instagram or whatever, you know, that just sort of wanted to record some stuff. And some people do like yeah, different you know, sort of videos and stuff. So yeah, it probably wouldn't be that strange to see somebody walking around with a camera, but it's also feeling confident enough to film yourself walking around with the camera. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But I definitely will be doing some stuff, and like I said, I will be doing some live videos around the Tetris stand to start with, doing some bits and pieces for them. I will also be doing some sort of videos walking around the event, doing some vlogs, doing some, yeah, sort of meet and greets. Hopefully, if I bump into other, well, I mean, I most certainly will be bumping into other YouTubers and stuff like that that'll be around there. But, you know, hopefully I can get some of them to come on some videos and say hi. You know, you might see me pop up on some of theirs as well, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, I'll definitely be out and about. So yeah, just keep a lookout for me. I will also, yeah, have some like business cards or something, just so you know, I can hand them out if needed and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, we are currently at the 42-minute mark, and it's very hot in here. And yeah, I'm running out of things to say basically, except talk about the same thing. So, guys on TikTok, I see there's a lot of comments. Keep them coming, and I will keep going on doing my live streams. Apparently, yeah, apparently it's. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, apparently, yeah, TikTok has, yeah, mentioned that I have consuming substances, but it's just a fizzy drink that I'm drinking. Apparently it's appealed now, so it's all okay. So yeah, make sure you get your comments in though, guys, so I can yeah, answer any questions that you've had. If you want to know about the 252-liter aquarium behind me, if you want to know anything else about the aqua event that I'm going to at the weekend, if you want to know anything about my YouTube channel, some of my videos that I've made recently, that would be cool as well. And whoever's on YouTube or Instagram, you need to comment as well so I can see your comments, and I will answer those as well. If not, then I will be checking out not too far in the future, I guess. But yeah, thank you so far for watching. I will hang around for another like 5-10 minutes, I guess, and then I am going to go chill out and enjoy my evening that I have left. It's been a long day. Anyone wants to put the footy scores in as well, like let me know. If you're in the UK or anywhere else, do you support any British teams as well? My team is Norwich City. And yeah, they had an interesting game today. It was 1-1 against Coventry, and they nearly won the game, but didn't. They ended up drawing in the end, so it was quite funny. Yeah, so anyone on TikTok, make sure you drop a comment and I will ask or answer any questions as well. I'm not doing any kind of co-hosting or invites, so yeah, don't send them to me. I just want to keep this as purely as a Q&A. I will definitely be doing something like that. I will promise I will do some co-hosts and some collaboration videos coming up. But yeah, this is purely just a live stream at the moment on the AQUAH event, and the obviously the fact I'm attending it. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. I am very much enjoying, looking forward to the event. I have no idea. Well, I have some idea what to expect. Obviously, it's going to be a load of, it's like a trade show kind of thing, but open to the public. So there'll be lots of different businesses and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to being involved in something that's part of the fish keeping hobby. Because again, like I said earlier in the video, I live around in Norwich in Norfolk, and there is like not really anything like that here. I mean, we rarely get like anybody doing like, you know, like aquascaping workshops in like shops and stuff around here. Like you don't get nothing like that. I mean, my local fish store is literally just a garden center with an aquatics bit on it, and they do nothing when it comes to, you know, sort of promotion or anything. I mean, they're still on Facebook. You know, no disrespect to Facebook, but you know, they're not on any of the other social media platforms, and they don't do any kind of like live streams. And they got a really nice shop. Like it's pretty decent. But yeah, they just, and they got some good experts there that work there. So it'd be pretty cool to, you know, have them do stuff. But yeah, like I said, they do nothing, and there's nothing else in Norwich. I'm at the point where, like, if I had the money, I would literally start something in Norwich just to have it put on the map for like aquatics, because like there's nothing. I mean, like people have like local fish clubs and stuff. I know it's quite popular in the States as well, but like in the UK, that seems very, very, you know, sort of few and far between. But it does feel very disconnected in the UK, especially in this type of hobby. Like there's lots of presence on social media, but it doesn't feel like there's like a sort of a joint collective, which I think is where AQUAH, this event, really has found like a good sort of foot in the door, basically, to sort of to where they're going, really, because I feel like yeah, there's nothing like this. There's literally nothing like this at the moment. I think there's like some pet trade shows and stuff like that are around, and obviously you get like events for other animals like cat shows and dog shows and stuff. But again, you don't get anything for fish, and like, you know, obviously that's a big part of people's lives. Like you know, it's a great hobby to have and be involved in, and it could only get bigger, and it would be great to spread a better message about it than walking in. Well, I don't want to get into the rant about like the rubbish you see in a lot of you know, sort of chain pet stores, for example, when it comes to the aquatics hobby, and that kind of misinformation or just lack of sometimes, or just the wrong perception nowadays when it comes to just, you know, I mean, I've ranted before in many videos, but like the, you know, the plastic gimmicky items, and you know, like children's castle kind of aquariums and that. And I get like there is a niche for it, and people love it. And also you know, if it gets somebody into the hobby, then who am I to argue with that? I think like as long as it's like a you know, a bridge or a stepping stone, then hopefully that is. But it's just getting people started at the beginning. I think like, you know, it's just making sure that people's successes in creating aquariums is pretty much there straight away. Like, you know, it's not go home the same day with all the equipment and then everything dies within a couple of days and then that's it. Like, you want it to have some sort of mild success, or complete success if we can. And then, you know, that inspires like children and, you know, parents especially, to you know, then look online and then get inspired by other things, and then that gets the parents hooked into it. Now, it was a great thing that I saw when I was in Germany again with the Tetra team, and they were sort of having a conversation with a couple of the influencers that were there, and they made a comment about some of the products that Tetra had that weren't the best, or and it was quite interesting hearing their research and development team, because they were more of the perception of they are trying to make products that are helpful to working parents, and your kids have just gone into the shop and they've wanted everything, and you've not done really much background research, you don't really know where to start. They are trying to build products that sort of help combat those initial problems to start with. So having stuff that's easy to use, and equipment also that is not complicated or anything like that, and it's easy to use, their sort of take on it is that then it will encourage more people to sort of have success in what they're doing, and then be able to progress on to other stuff, bigger tanks, more natural looking tanks, planted tanks, that sort of stuff, as opposed to, like I said, putting all the plastic junk that you get in, like your bubble divers and your pink gravel and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, it's trying to give people that sort of that good footing in straight away, and more events like this would help. Like if we can get a big aquarium event and it gets a lot of publicity, that would then hopefully inspire more events around the UK. Like, this aqua event doesn't have to always be in Kenilworth, where it's going to be, say in like 5-10 years time. What's to say that it couldn't tour around different counties, or have multiple events in the year? That would be pretty cool. So you have one like more north of the UK, and then one sort of further south, so it gives a chance for more people to get involved. And I think then, like, especially like, I guess you see it with like these Comic-Con conventions and comic book stuff. Like we've got one again in Norwich, and it's cool because like kids see it, and they want to come down and have a look. And if you've got these type of aquatics events, and they've got lots of exciting cool things there, again, when you're sort of showcasing animals, and you've got these like like I was saying earlier, like competitions for like the biggest goldfish or something, or they're the most stunning looking betta fish. Again, it's all trivial stuff, but it encourages people to sort of be engaged with it, and want to know about it all and stuff. So it's definitely important. And hopefully, again, this is just the starting point with this event, and it can build to be something really special. And it is obviously really special already, but it will grow and continue to be. And the more people that get involved and support it, especially those that are mega into the aquarium hobby, then this is obviously going to be a brilliant thing, and it will just draw more and more people to it, and like the bigger names and the bigger brands, which is definitely what it's done this year. Because you're seeing some of the more bigger, well-known sort of influencers in the hobby that are sort of joining the event, and it's awesome. And it's great to see some experts on a panel as well. Like for me personally, like I find nothing more fascinating than hearing like about aquatic experts. Like it'd be very, very beneficial, like if they could get people that like for me personally, like seeing people that have like actually dived or do research in the habitats of these fish, that would be like a really cool thing to see. So I'd love to hear them talking about it, and what their experiences are like. And that's a dream of mine one day, is to be able to go to, say, South America and like the Amazon, and just have a little stick my head in the water and see some of these natural habitats where all these fish come from, and that would be absolutely incredible. So it's something definitely to look forward to. So anyways, I've been ranting for nearly an hour now, and my voice is starting to hurt. So if anybody has got any more questions, then obviously please drop them in the comments, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you are. And yeah, let me know. And that would be cool. If not, I will wrap it up in a minute. But yeah, going back to the original part of the video and not to harp on it too much, I'm going to AQUAH, which is the UK's, what do they call it? First public aquarium, first public event dedicated to aquatics. It's going to be amazing. It is next weekend. It is at Kenilworth in the UK. That's kind of near Coventry and Birmingham, for those who don't know. So yeah, it's a really cool event. I will be on the Tetris stand, doing a meet and greet and sort of answering any questions anybody has. Please come and say hello if you are in the area or in the event. Yeah, just come say hello. It'd be great to meet people, and just from all walks of the aquarium hobby. I don't care who it is. It'd just be awesome to say hello and have a good old chat about fish. You know, we're that kind of nerd, aren't we? But yes, you can still get tickets on the AQUAH website. Again, if I just quickly pop it up on my screen so you can see it, this is the AQUAH website. So it is AQUAH, AQUAH.co.uk. If you go there, then you can buy tickets to the event. There is the event is on Saturday and Sunday. You can buy tickets for just either a day or both days. I will be there on the Saturday and the Sunday, so it doesn't matter what day if you want to come and say hello to me. And also there is a VIP ticket that you can buy as well, which gives you early access, I believe. Yep, early access to the event. You also get the benefit of entry before like the general public. I believe the event opens at 10 o'clock. On the Saturday, I did see the event. I went over early in the video, so you'll have to have a look there. But yes, on the Saturday, and also on, where was it? Yes, so the VIP ticket, yes, you get early access, and then you get admission to the evening event. So they're doing sort of an evening event on the Saturday, which lots of the vendors that are at the event and influencers, you know, YouTubers, that sort of thing, like myself, will be there as well to say hello to. So that should be pretty cool as well. Yeah, so definitely come and say hello to that. Again, I have probably got a few minutes left, so I'm just gonna have a look for you some more questions. I see some people on TikTok saying hello. Glitchin, hello. Yeah, thanks for joining the live stream. Hope you're well. Trouble 351, see you in Birmingham. Oh, nice, cool. Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, come and say hello. Again, if you just joined, I'll be on the Tetris stand, so come and say hello if you're about round there and stuff. It should be a good day. I will be on the live for a couple more minutes. If anybody's got any questions that they would like to ask about the AQUAH event or anything else in general about my videos, or any other questions you've got, really. But yeah, I'm getting very hot in my conservatory, so if you have some questions, definitely drop them down in the comments. Otherwise, I shall be checking out in a couple of minutes and go and sit on the sofa and chillax for the rest of the Saturday evening. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's joined. I hope the live stream has been good quality. This is a long time coming with a decent piece of software. I've struggled for quite a few years now, which is what's put me off with doing live streams, is to find a piece of software that actually works. And also, every time I did try one before, it kept breaking on me, and the live didn't work. Especially cool with this piece of software is that it gets you to stream on multiple platforms. So I am currently live on YouTube, Instagram, and also TikTok. I did want to do X, but apparently I have to pay an extra premium for it, so I'm not going to do that. It was expensive enough to like run this this software anyway. But yeah, hopefully it's all going okay, and the sound and video has been good. But yeah, many thanks for everybody that's tuned in, and if you haven't, make sure you drop a comment in the video and let me know if you're going to the event, and if you are, who you're most excited to see, because there's some really cool people that are going. Lots of YouTubers, lots of like Instagram people on social media, that sort of stuff. Lots of big names with some big followers that are going. I would not include myself in that, but I am going. But yeah, so it'd be good to meet you all there and say hello. I'm checking out now. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, like I said, drop me a comment in this live stream and let me know if you're going. If not, I shall see you next weekend if you are going there. Thank you very much, and yeah, thanks for joining, and yeah, speak soon, guys. Cheers.